Welcome to Information Alive. This is where, in the Media Center, you will learn how to locate various sources of information. The first source we're going to start with is going to be OPAC, which is an online public access catalog. Welcome to the Online Public Access Catalog. This is an online database of materials held in our library. Once you sign on to the Marana website, it'll bring you to Home, Desert Winds Elementary School. Once you're here, click on Catalog. And this will bring you to our library search. You'll see that there's keyword, title, author, subject, and series. And these are different ways that you can search. Let's type in a keyword first. So I'm going to look for raccoons. And I would click on keyword. So anything that has raccoons in the book will come up. And as you can see, there's going to be plenty of books. 1 out of 17 are all listed here. Amazing World of Night Creatures is the first one. So I'm going to click on raccoons. And here I have the call number. I also have the author. And I have the series, which is Nature's Children. And right here, it's going to tell me also that 1 of 1 copy is available locally here at Desert Winds. And here is a brief summary of what the book is about. So if I'm looking for habits or habitats of raccoons, this would be a good book to get. When I go back to my library search, I can also type in raccoons for a title. And this will give me any book that has the word raccoon in the title. So this very first one is by Jen Green. Green is the last name. The last name is always listed first. And I also have different books I can choose from, but if I'm doing research, I'm going to want to choose the book that has numbers and the Dewey Call number within our Dewey Decimal System. Remember, the 500s are going to be wild animals. And over here, I have another book, Raccoon's Adventure in Alphabet Town. This is listed E, M, C, C, D. E is for everyone. M, C, C, D is the author's last name, the first 3 letters of the author's last name. This is going to be located in the fiction section, and the author's last name, B-A-G. So these are all in the library alphabetically, but I can tell from those they're not going to help me in my research because they are fiction books. I want something that is nonfiction. So I'm going to click on raccoons. And again, I have the series, the author, the call number, how many are available, and a quick summary of the book itself. Now I can also look up by the author. If I know the author's last name, I can type it in. So I'm going to look up Jen Green. Notice how I have the author's last name first, and then I'll look up author. So these are all the books that Jen Green has written. And here's the book Raccoons. And my next type of search will be by subject. So I can look up raccoons. And if I'm having trouble spelling it, say I forgot a C in it, and I look up subject, it'll tell me that no matches were found. So I can try to go back and type in, and it'll say right here, raccoons. And this is because I've already typed it in before. And then I'll click on subject. So this is much like the beginning of our search. And as you can see, it pulled up many books on raccoons, and 10 books in all. And most of them, except for one with raccoons in the title, are going to be nonfiction. They're going to have the 599 Dewey Call number. So the subject and the keyword are much alike. So if you're really looking for something about that's more specific, you can use either one. You can also go to a series. Now remember when we looked up keyword and we looked up raccoons, it actually told us the series that it was in. And it was Nature's Children. So if I go back to library search and I look up Nature's Children, this should give me all the books that are in that series. So we have pet reptiles, deer, worms, jellyfish, squids. Notice how all of these within the Nature's Children all have different authors. They don't always have to be the same. But each one of these authors are going to be experts on their subject. So once you locate your item in the library, you can go to that section of the library and pull it out and go to the checkout counter and check it out. Thank you for joining me on the Online Public Access Catalog tutorial. Next, we're going to look at these informational resources. We're going to look at books, magazines, and encyclopedias. Books are organized in a certain way to help you navigate through them easily. They will usually have a table of contents, a glossary, and an index. There are many different text features to help you in your research. The glossary is just like a little mini dictionary at the back of the book to help you understand new vocabulary about your subject. These words are in ABC order and located at the back of the book. The index is an alphabetized list of items that are located at the back of the book as well, and it'll tell you what page number these items appear on. Magazines will give you specific information about specific subjects. The heading will help you locate the specific subject or article you want to read about. The subheadings will give you specifics about that section in the article. Diagrams, pictures, and captions help us better understand what information we are reading about. A reference book contains articles on a wide range of subjects. An encyclopedia is usually in multiple volumes which are arranged alphabetically. A reference book is not meant to be read from cover to cover, but only by subjects needed. Now let's go through some online resources, electronic media, and we will be starting with FactMonster. Hello, and welcome to the online search at FactMonster. We have an almanac, a dictionary, encyclopedia, or thesaurus. There's also, under the reference desk, several ways you can search. You can also search from just information, basic information. You can also do a keyword search. And we know from looking at our reference section and from watching the OPAC online search that these are very similar. So what if I would like to look for some animals in the encyclopedia? I could click on encyclopedia and I can enter in my keyword search. I can also go back to home and click on encyclopedia up here. So either way, and you can browse by subject. If I'm looking for animals, I would probably want to click on plants and animals. In here I have agriculture and horticulture and all the different types of ways that I can look for animals. I can also look for vertebrae and invertebrates. If I'm looking for wild animals, I would probably be looking for vertebrates. And here's where I'll get an alphabetized list of animals all down the side. I can do that, or from here I can just type in the animal's name. So if I was looking for raccoons, I would type it in and click on go, or even just press enter. And here it'll bring me up everything that has raccoons in it. It's much like the keyword that we would find in our OPAC. So here we have the encyclopedia, and here is the dictionary, so this will give me the meaning and definitions. Same with this. This is actually a raccoon dog. And then here, the encyclopedia again. And then the Kids' Almanac or Science would be scavengers, because raccoons are also known as scavengers. So I can use that as a keyword for searching. And these are just different subjects with the word raccoon in them. So I could click on raccoon. And here is all of the information that I would find in this Fact Monster online encyclopedia. And here are scavengers. So if I click on this, this would give me more information about the raccoons. Same with coon, which is another word for raccoon. So once I find my information, I can note it down. What if I was looking for a reptile? I know that I'm interested in reptiles, but I'm not exactly sure what all is under reptiles. So under reptiles, these are going to be cold-blooded animals. And this will give me some more information right here. This group of scaly-skinned, backboned animals includes snakes, lizards, crocodiles, hard-shelled turtles. And if I was interested in any of those, I could type them in the keywords. So let's say I was actually interested in snakes. And I could type that in the keyword and click on go or press enter. And these will bring me up all the different types of snakes. And notice how these are all in the encyclopedia, which is a reference. So let's look at a king snake. And again, this will give me all the information. Notice that we have bold, because this is going to be my subject heading. And anything else that might be important will probably be underlined or in italics. If it's underlined, it'll give me another link. So if I click on snakes, it'll actually give me what it means, just a common snake, not the actual snake that I was just looking at. It'll even give me the classification, the characteristics, the type of snakes. So these are going to be the different types of snakes. Coral snakes, rattlesnake, water moccasin, copperhead. As you can see, there's many different ways to search. And the key is just to find the key word that you're really looking for, and it'll make your search much easier. Thank you for joining me for Fact Monster. Welcome to Kids National Geographic Online. Once you sign on to kids.nationalgeographic.com/kids/ there are many different ways that you can search for many different things. But for our research, we're going to click on animals and pets. And make sure that you can also search up top, but make sure it says cite instead of video. You can look at some videos later on, and that'll give you more information. But for now, let's click on animals and pets. And these are going to be some of our featured pets at first, but we're not going to be really looking at the featured pets. We're going to be looking at all of them. So click on the All button. And then these are going to be alphabetized. So whatever type of animal you are looking for, it will be in here, alphabetized. And you can use the scroll bar on the side. So if I was going to look for raccoons, it would be right here, and I could click on raccoons. This will give me 11 pages of information and 3 pictures. So I can go through the information and find what I'm looking for. Each page will give me new information about them. There's also some fast facts, the science name, where they're from, and their size. I can also look at the map of where raccoons live in the world, because this might be some important information for my report. I also might want to go back to Facts and Photos and look at my photos. Then I can go to Video and Sound, and I can actually watch a video. So as you can see, there's a nice video clip that I could watch to go along with my facts and my photos, and this will give me more information. You can also go to the keyword up here, and I can type in raccoons and click enter. And this will bring me to the National Geographic Kids search. And usually it's going to be the first one that'll give me the most information. And again, I'm brought back here. So the best way to search for your animal report would be to go to All. So if I was looking for amphibians, birds, bugs, dinosaurs, these are also different ways I can look, and even reptiles. And I know that a raccoon is a mammal, but say I was interested in other mammals. This will really narrow my search down for me, because I know that mammals are quite different than reptiles. So if I go to All, I'll have to sift through all of these. But if I'm specific to where it's categorized or classified, then I can search that way as well. I can also search by habitats. Notice when we went on raccoons, we saw the map for them, and it said that it was North America. And they're probably going to be in the mountain region. And if not, and if I don't see raccoons here, then I can look for grasslands. I could slide this down for more and see if I see my raccoons. Forests. So again, I can slide down the sidebar, and there's my raccoons. So there's several different ways to search for your animal. Thank you for joining National Geographic Kids online tutorial. Welcome to KidsClick, which gives you the freedom to explore. Much like Google, KidsClick is going to be an online search engine. There are several ways that you can search on KidsClick. You can type in a keyword. You can click on a category. You can also do an alphabetical search or a quick search for digital media, which includes picture, sound, and video. You can also do a quick search with Dewey Decimal Search. Remember when we were looking for wild animals, I said that they were in the 500s, and from our online public access catalog, or the OPAC, that's what the raccoons was under. It was 599. So if I click on 500, here at the top I have animals. And if I click on more, this will give me from A to Z the types of animals that are listed on here. I can also do a quick search under category. Here I remember from an encyclopedia, it was a reference book, and there were facts inside that encyclopedia. So if I click on facts and reference, here it'll give me encyclopedias. And this will give me a lot of information where there's going to be encyclopedias. And look, there's Fact Monster. We just did a tutorial on Fact Monster, and there's a link for it. So I can go back home and I can do an alphabetical search. So I can click on M for mammals, and here's all these different links. And here's mammals. And I can also do a keyword search. for mammals. And this will give me different types of mammals and their websites where I can find information on them. Here's a cute little chipmunk, and that is at the wildlifestate.co.us wildlife species profile. So if I click on chipmunk, it'll bring me to that website. And this is where I can find all the information, the habitat, the diet, the reproduction, and the reference. So I can go click the back button and it'll bring me back to KidsClick. And then I can click on home again. What if I was looking for pictures? Here's some pictures of animals. I can go to the FWS National Image Archive. And there's several different images here. It just takes a moment for all of them to load. So I can click on more, and it'll give me all the different types of images. National Digital Library of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services. So I can click on different pictures, and I might even be able to search. I'm searching for beavers. Let's see if those are going to be in there. And so you can click on images. You've searched images, all fields with beavers, and it says that there's 20. These are, if you scroll down a little bit further, then there's where we can actually find more pictures of them. So if you click on the picture, it'll show you the dam that the beaver had built on this lake. And then I can click back, back again, and one more time. And that'll bring me back to KidsClick. So there's many different ways that you can search for your information. Thank you for joining KidsClick. It gives you the freedom to explore.